Satcharitra, chapter 32. In quest of Guru and God, fasting disapproved. In this chapter, Hemadpant describes two things. One, how Baba met his Guru in the woods and through him God. And second, how Baba made Mrs. Gokhale, who had made up her mind to fast for 3 days, eat Puran Polis. Preliminary. In the beginning, Hemadpant describes the sansara, that is visible world, by the allegory of Ashwatha, that is banyan tree, which has in the phraseology of the Gita roots above and branches below. Its branches are spread downward and upwards and are nourished by the gunas, that is qualities, and its sprouts are the objects of the senses. Its roots leading to actions are extended downwards to this world of men. Its form cannot be known in this world, nor its end, its beginning, nor its support. After cutting this Ashwatha tree or of strong roots with the sharp weapon of non attachment, one should seek the path beyond, treading where there is no return. For traversing this path, the help of a good guide, that is Guru, is absolutely necessary. However learned a man may be, or however deep his study of Veda and Vedant, sacred literature may be, he cannot reach his destination safely. If the guide be there to help him and show him the right way, he would avoid the pitfalls, and the wild beasts on the journey move aside. Baba's experience in this matter, through the story which he gave out himself, is really wonderful, which, when attended to, will give you faith, devotion, and salvation. The quest. Once four of us were studying religious scriptures and other books, and being thus enlightened, we began to discuss the nature of Brahma. One of us said that we should raise the self and self efforts and not depend on others. To this, the second replied that he who controls his mind is blessed. We should be free from thoughts and ideas, and there is nothing in the world without us. The third said that the world, that is phenomenon, is always changing. The formless is eternal. So we should discriminate between the unreal and the real. And the fourth, their boasts of this secret knowledge and his straightforwardness. He makes a show of this sacredness and holiness. He speaks a lot and sings his own glory, but his own words do not touch the disciples' heart and they are not convinced. So far as realization is concerned, he has not reached that. How can such schools be of any use to the disciples, and how can they be benefited? The master, that is Guru mentioned above, was of different type. By his grace, realization flashed upon me of itself, without effort or study. I had nothing to seek. Everything became to me as clear as broad daylight. The Guru alone knows how the inverse suspension, with head down and feet up, can give happiness. Among the four, one was a karmakandi, that is ritualistic, who only knew how to observe and abstain from certain rites. The second was Dhyani, who was puffed up with pride of knowledge. And the third was a Bhakta, who surrendered himself completely to God, believing that he was the sole doer. When there was discussing when they were discussing and arguing, the question of God came up, and they, depending on their unaided knowledge, went in search of him. Sai, who was discrimination and dispassion incarnate, was one of the four. On being himself Brahma incarnate, some may ask, why did he mix with them and act foolishly? He did this for setting up an example to follow. Though an incarnation himself, he respected a low Vanjari by accepting his food with the firm belief that food is Brahma, and showed how those who rejected Vanjari's hospitality irresistible offer, suffered, and how it was impossible to get Jnana without a guru. The Shruti, that is Taittiriya Upanishad, exhorts us to honor and worship mother, father, and preceptor, and to study, that is, learn and teach the sacred scriptures. These are the means of purifying our minds, and unless this purification is effected, self realization is not possible. Neither the senses nor the mind and intellect reach the self. Modes of proof, such as perception and inference, will not help us in the matter. It is the grace of Guru that counts. The objects of our life, such as Dharma, Artha, and Kama, are attainable with our effort. But the fourth object, Moksha, that is liberation, can only be had with the help of the Guru. In the life story of Sri Sai, many personalities appear and play their part. Astrologers come and give out their predictions. Princes, noblemen, ordinary and poor men, sannyasis, yogis, singers, and others come for darshan. Even a mahar comes and making his salutation says, Sai is the my bap, that is true parents, who will do away with our rounds of births and deaths. So many others, such as jugglers, godalis, that is, who sing devotional songs, the blind and the lame, nath panthis, dancers, and other players come and are given suitable reception. The Vanjari is also appeared at the right time and played the part assigned to him. Let us now revert the other story. Fasting and Mrs. Gokhale. Baba never fasted himself, nor did he allow others to do so. The mind of the person who fasts is never at ease. Then, how could he attain his Paramatma, that is, goal of life? God is not attained on an empty stomach. First, the soul has to be appeased. If there be no food in the stomach and nutrition, with what eyes should we see God? With what tongue should we describe His greatness? And with what ears should we hear the same? In short, when all our organs get their proper nutrition and are sound, we can practice devotion and other sadhanas to attain God. Therefore, neither fasting nor overeating is good. Moderation in diet is really wholesome, both to the body and mind. One Mrs. Gokhale came to Shirdi with an introductory letter from Mrs. Kashibai Kanitkar, that is a devotee of Baba, to Dada Kelkar. She came to Baba with a determination to sit at Baba's feet and observe a 3 days fast. The previous day, Baba said to Dada Kelkar that he would not allow his children to starve during the Shimga, that is holy, that is holidays, and that if they had to starve, why was he there? Next day, when the woman went with Dada Kelkar and sat at Baba's feet, Baba at once said to her, where is the necessary of fasting? Go to Dada Bhatt's house. Prepare the dish of Puran Polis, that is wheat rotis with gram flour and jaggery. Feed his children and yourself too. Shimga holidays were on. Mrs. Kelkar was then going through her menses, and there was nobody to cook in Dada Bhatt's house. So Baba's advice was very timely. Then Mrs. Gokhale was had to go to Dabat, Dada Bhatt's house and prepare the dish as directed. She cooked that day, fed others and herself. What a good story, and how beautiful its import. Baba's Sarkar. Baba gave a story of his boyhood as follows. When I was a youngster, I was in search of bread and went to Beed. There I got embroidery work. I worked hard, sparing no pains. The employer was very much pleased with me. Three other boys worked before me. The first got rupees 50, the second rupees 100, and third rupees 150. and I was given twice the total of this amount, that is rupees 600. After seeing my cleverness, the employer loved me, praised me, and honored me with a full dress, a turban for head, and a shela for the body, etc. I kept this dress intact without using it. I thought that what a man might give does not last longer and it is always imperfect. But what my sarkar, that is God, gives lasts to the end of time. No other gift from my man can be compared to his. My sarkar says, take, take, but everybody comes to me and says, give, give. Nobody attends carefully to the meaning of what I say. My sarkar's treasury, that is spiritual wealth, is full. It is overflowing. I say, dig out and take away this wealth in cartloads. The blessed son of a true mother should fill himself with this wealth. The skill of my fakir, the leela of my lord, and the aptitude of my sarkar is quite unique. What about me? Body, that is earth, will mix with earth, breathe with air. This time won't come again. No matter where I go or where I sit, Maya always troubles me much. Still, I am always anxious for my men. He who does anything that is spiritual endeavor will reap its fruit, and he who remembers these words of mine will get invaluable happiness. Bo to Sri Sai, peace be to all.